We talked about the scaling component, right? So we've talked about at a high level you're scaling, but let's talk specifically, right? Your organization as it looks today. What does your company look like right now, as far as all the seats?
So we got 25 people total. 20 are in house, and then I got 5 outside. I had 36, but the company wasn't doing well, so I stopped using them. So we had as high as 36, but now we got 25. So we got one primary acquisition manager, then a Spanish acquisition manager, and then we have 2 others that one generates his own leads, and then one that hits up dead leads, not interested, or they lost interest, and trying to revive them, almost like a lead manager. And then everyone else is cold calling, and then I got 2 girls that text.
Got it. 25.
Yeah.
Salespeople.
Well, they're cold callers, and a lot of those cold callers. So there's
I
four
would
acquisitions.
I would
then
argue
the
they're
rest
still selling. They're selling something.
Yeah,
right?
I do train them a lot. Yeah. So I do train them a lot.
Yeah. So 25 people, 2 of them texting, 23 people on the phone one way or another.
Correct. Yes.
Man, that's a massive army.
Yeah, pretty much. There's guys that are bigger, but I think we do okay.
You're basically a call center.
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It might not be a massive call center, but you're basically a call center.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. That's what we are.
Now you said in-house.
Well, in-house, we don't have an office here, but I don't hire outside companies. I do, but most of my staff is works. I pay them directly.
Okay. So then, you said 20 in-house, 5 outside. So does that mean those 5 are outsourced?
Those 5 are outsourced. Yeah.
Okay.
And those
then
are
20,
cold calling.
When you say 20, is that VAs then, or that's these are 20 Americans?
They're Mexicans.
Okay.
They're all in Mexico except for one. One is in the U.S.
All right.
And everyone else is in Mexico. So it's only me and one other person, Dominic, here in the U.S. Everyone else is Mexico. And then we have 5 in Egypt.
Okay. And then I guess of those in Mexico, are these from your relationships? Or,
correct. Yeah.
So because of the roots, or
yeah, well, it's funny. It's just by chance. So we went down to Rocky Point, and then actually Jacob Blank and David Blank at the time they went down there too, because I kind of told them the story. I met with my wife's cousin, and his English was perfect. I'm like, he's never lived in the U.S. Has he? She's like, no. I'm like, his English is perfect. She's like, oh yeah, he works at a call center. I'm like, oh. I'm like, hey dude, you work at a call center? He's like, yeah. I'm like, you want a job? And then he's like, sure. And so I gave him a job. He's like, hey man, they just closed the call center. There's 25 agents looking for a job. I'm like, let's hire as many as we can.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how it developed. And then also I used Upwork and Fiverr and looking for people, but that was how we built most of our team.
Happened to find one call center employee, and then that one just happened to magically close.
Correct.
You had nothing to do with that.
Well, no, I hired him.
I'm just saying, the whole. You were saying in the produce business, there's some cartels in there.
Yeah.
And they're very suggestive in certain ways. And
correct.
You want to shut that down.
Yeah, well, that's why we had never opened an office down there. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you got 25 people on payroll one way or another selling.
Yeah.
What about the rest of your company?
So then my wife does dispo, and she helps me with just a lot of dispo. And then we have another girl that's in St. Lucia that helps us with that as well. And then I have another assistant in the Philippines. She's been with me since the beginning. So, and she's great. Her name is Joycine. And so she helps me with just a bunch of clerical tasks and, helping with data management, et cetera. And then we have another guy also in Mexico that helps us with dispo. He's like my wife's assistant. So we have 3 people doing dispo. But I would say, my wife's full-time and the other 2 are more part-time. But also the one helps me manage a team of callers that we have in the Caribbean as well.
Got it.